I don't want to be an icon. I want to be an idea. You know, I want to represent an idea. I want to represent possibilities. I want to represent magic, right? That you're in a universe and 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 plus 2 only equals 4 if you accept that 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 plus 2 is going to be what I want it to be. You know, and there's a redemptive power that making a choice has, you know, rather than feeling like you're at effect to all the things that are happening. Make a choice, right? You just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way. It's like it's water. It wants to move and go around stuff, you know. So for me, I want to represent possibilities. I want to represent the idea that you really can make what you want. One of my favorite books is The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho, and I just believe that. I believe that I can create whatever I want to create. If I can put my head on it right, study it, learn the patterns, and you know, it's hard to put into words some real metaphysical, esoteric nonsense, but I feel very strongly that we are who we choose to be. The first step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it. There's no reason to have a plan B because it distracts from plan A. I think that there's a certain delusional quality that all successful people have to have. You have to believe that something different than what has happened for the last 50 million years of history. You have to believe that something different can happen. Confucius said, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. Being realistic is the most commonly traveled road to mediocrity. Why would you be realistic? What's the point of being realistic?
Just put up a barrier.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. It's done. It's already done. The second I decide it's done, it's already done. So now we just got to wait for y'all to see.
It's unrealistic to walk in a room and flip a switch and lights come on. That's unrealistic. Fortunately, Edison didn't think so. It's unrealistic to think you're going to bend a piece of metal and fly people over an ocean in that metal. That's unrealistic. But fortunately, the Wright brothers and others didn't believe that. And it just seems like such a ridiculous idea to me to embrace the idea that it's not going to happen. That's not real for that to happen. As soon as you say it, now you just made that real.
Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, God-like feature that only the special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it.
Yeah.
Period. It's that simple.
I know who I am, and I know what I believe.
I know who I am, I know what I believe.
That's all I need to know.
And that's all I need to know. So from there, you do what you need to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I think what happens is we make the situation more complex than it has to be.
Because we're looking for complexity. There's got to be something complex to understand.
It can't be that easy.
No.
We didn't grow up with the sense that where we were was where we were going to be. You know, we grew up with the sense that where we were almost didn't matter because
we were becoming
something greater. I think having the opportunity to study greatness, you know, an exhaustive study.
Yeah, you were doing that.
Oh yeah,
you were taking those punches.
Oh yeah, no, there's a. Anytime you have that opportunity, there are certain intricacies that will make clear who you are. It becomes that much more clear who you are in comparison to the individual that you're playing. For me, it made it very clear who I am. I've been to my physical and emotional and spiritual and financial ends with this film. The definition of who I am is very clear to me, and it also redefines who I want to be, in that I know for a fact that I'm stronger than I thought I was. You know, you can't help but ask yourself the question, what would I do if I was in Muhammad Ali's shoes? Would I have been strong enough
To stand up to the United States.
to stand up to the United States, you know? And for me, the answer is at 25, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Just when I
not
was
a
25,
courage that I had at 25.
Didn't have it. And I'm a little closer to saying maybe yes right now. You know, specifically
because you've learned
with,
something about yourself, and you've gained some strength
that you can't be scared to die for the truth. The truth is the only thing that's ever going to be constant. And you can't fear what might happen to you if you were to tell the truth. Because what happens to you if you don't tell the truth is worse than telling the truth will ever be.
You know, for me, I never did anything for money, right? So it was never about money. My experience has been when people do things for money, you make bad choices. Find what you love, and then you'll learn how to make money doing what you love. When I changed careers, I was never changing to something for money. I was changing to something I loved more. Right, and that to me, that's really the only way to keep the passion. If you have two choices, one is playing the piano, and another one is bowling, and you can make more money bowling, but you love playing the piano more, you got to play the piano. It's like you'll tear yourself apart if you're not doing the thing that you love most in life. And you know what it is right now. Right now, there's something that you love more than everything. Whatever it is that you love crazy has to be the thing that you dedicate your life to.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh wow! You know, this is a rare opportunity for me. You know, this is you know, I stand on this stage today after a dream that I've dreamed for a long time. We have an African-American president, and as a child, my parents always told me, you could be whatever you want to be, you could do whatever you want to do. And you know, that office, that position, the highest office on the face of the earth, it was something I heard my parents saying it, but I didn't totally believe it. Yet I went out in the world and I carried myself and I held my head high and I stood there and I looked people in their eyes and I talked to people as if I was deserving of everything that this planet has to offer. So I really want to say to children out there and to people who are watching, Confucius said one time, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. So I want to stand here before you, and as I hold this award, I want to give love to my wife, and I want you to keep in your heart, just know that you can. Know that you can.
There's such a concept of loss, right? I connected to the idea in this movie of loss and how we react to loss, right? And we think of things in a straight line: birth, life, death, right? And then, you know, okay, you died, it's over. And it's like, that's not really how it works. It's, if you take those ends and you bend it into a circle, it's birth, life, death, rebirth, right? So you have to be prepared when you lose something. When you go through a divorce, when your mother dies, when you lose your house, you have to understand that nature has it no other way. There is a rebirth. That the death is painful. It doesn't change the pain of the death, but you got to stay awake and stay focused for what's the rebirth that God is about to offer you.
I compartmentalize and I get my priorities straight. If you get your priorities straight, it's really simple. If either your family is first or your job is first, and just decide ahead of time, right? So if you decide your family is first, and then you're sitting at the Oscars and your daughter has a fever, and it's 90 seconds before your award, you don't have to make a decision of what you're going to do. You've already made the decision ahead of time, because passion and emotion in the moment is always going to give you the wrong answer. So if you do the math ahead of time, it's not an issue in the moment.